And hello everybody, welcome back to RFC News. Guys, we've got a big bit of information here as there's been confirmation made that a Rangers star has been banished from the first team and is now training with, of course, the youth team. This is a summer signing that goes by the name of Derek Cornelius. Now, we're going to be discussing this. Jesse Marsch just came out, obviously the Canada head coach, came out and spoke about this whole situation. But first, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So, Derek Cornelius, obviously signed on loan from Marseille, has been sidelined with what the club described as a significant muscle injury, meaning he has missed months of football. Now, Canada boss Jesse Marsch has confirmed Rangers star Derek Cornelius is training with a youth team and says his intervention may have not helped the situation. Now, Cornelius' last game came in a friendly back in November, and he is working his way back to fitness. Now, unconfirmed reports earlier this week suggested the 28-year-old had been exiled from the first team to train with the under-19s. Rangers have not commented so far, but Canada boss Marsch, who called him up to play in their friendly doubleheader with Iceland and Tunisia, confirmed the shock news. He told reporters in a press conference, Derek is coming off a long injury. He has now had himself healthy and training for a number of weeks. It's been documented or reported that he's been training with the academy there at Rangers. I've been in contact with his coach and Derek. We've been working through this for all parties to do what's best for him. Their coach feels confident with the group that he has, which has meant that Derek hasn't had the opportunity to win his spot back in the team. But Derek is still very focused on everything that is necessary to make sure that he's ready for Canada in this moment and in the summer. Now, Marsch revealed that he and the Rangers boss Danny Rule are friends and that the Canada manager tried to meditate after the relationship between Cornelius and Rule seemingly broke down. However, Marsch, who knows Rule from his time at RB Leipzig, admitted he may have made the situation worse for the 28-year-old. He said, I spoke to Danny first. I know Danny and I are friends. In a lot of these situations where I know the coaches or know people at the club, I've really tried to help facilitate good relationships and good communication. And I'll be honest, in this one, I was trying to work with both Danny and Derek. Some of the conversation that I translated from one to the other got lost in translation and led to like a situation that wasn't advantageous for Derek and for the team. I felt bad and I tried to revisit the conversation with Derek, Danny, and Nick to get everything moving in the right direction as smoothly as possible. In the end, whether Derek stays and trains with the academy or trains with the first team at Rangers, whether he eventually then something happens with someone ahead of him or he winds up establishing himself in the lineup at one point, whether Derek stays and gets some matches with the under-19s, which is effectively their de facto second team, we're going to find a way to continue to push Derek to be ready for when we need him in this summer. So yes, it does seemingly look like Derek Cornelius is now training with the under-19s, which makes for an interesting one there, especially the fact that he's on loan. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on that down there in the comment section below.
In other news, JD Gassimer's current contract situation at Rangers all but guarantees that any imminent departure from Ibrox remains highly unlikely, placing the club in a position of significant strength heading into future transfer windows. The 22-year-old winger has emerged as a player of growing importance in Glasgow, and with long-term security tied into his deal, Rangers are under no pressure to cash in unless a truly exceptional offer arrives. Interest in Gassimer was far from quiet during the winter transfer window, with AS Monaco leading the charge. The League One side were reported to have tabled a loan-to-buy proposal worth in the region of £10 million, signalling both their intent and their belief in the winger's long-term potential. However, Rangers stood firm in their stance, opting to retain Gassimer's services as they pushed forward in their Scottish Premiership title challenge under Danny Rule. That decision underlined just how highly Gassimer is valued internally. With a contract running until 2029, Rangers hold all the key leverage in any negotiations, effectively dictating both the timing and the financial terms of any potential exit. It's a scenario that gives the club breathing room, something that is increasingly rare in modern football, where promising talents are often sold prematurely due to contractual uncertainty. Monaco may have been the most concrete suitor, but they were not alone in tracking the Frenchman's progress. Villarreal CF also registered an interest, although their pursuit never developed beyond early-stage speculation. Across the Atlantic, several MLS clubs were loosely linked, yet no formal or serious approach materialized, further reinforcing Rangers' position of control throughout the window. As things stand, there appears to be no immediate intention from Rangers to sanction Gazema's departure. That said, football's financial realities mean that every player has a price. Reports earlier in the year suggested that the club would at least entertain offers if they met a certain valuation threshold, an approach that aligns with a sustainable model of buying, developing, and potentially selling at a profit. Should a bid exceed expectations, it's not inconceivable that Rangers would consider a deal, particularly if it allows for reinvestment across multiple areas of the squad. From the player's perspective, there have been no signs of unrest. Gazema is believed to have been content with his situation at Ibrox despite the external interest, choosing stability and development over a mid-season move. That mindset only strengthens Rangers' hand further, removing the risk of a forced exit or dressing room disruption. Looking ahead to the summer, the situation could evolve, as is often the case when clubs reassess their squads and finances. However, even if interest reignites, Rangers remain firmly in control. Any club hoping to prize Gassama away from Glasgow will need to present a substantial financial package, one that reflects both his current output and his potential ceiling. Ultimately, it leaves Rangers in a win-win scenario. If Gassama stays, they retain a young dynamic winger who is still developing and capable of reaching another level in the coming seasons. His return of 8 goals and 4 assists in 48 appearances, this campaign is solid, particularly given his age and the adaptation period that often comes with stepping into a demanding environment like Ibrox. There is a clear sense that more is to come. On the other hand, if a major offer does arrive and is accepted, Rangers stand to make a significant profit, funds that could be reinvested to strengthen the squad and maintain competitiveness both domestically and in Europe. In either outcome, the club's firm handling of Gassama's situation ensures they remain in control of the narrative rather than reacting to it. In the end, JD Gassama's situation is one that firmly favours Rangers, both now and in the long term. With a secure contract, no pressure to sell, and a player who appears settled and committed, the club holds all the cards heading into the next transfer window. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.